What's up, advisors? I am super excited because today is Friday and it is July 1st, 2022. So, why am I so excited? Today is the first day of the second half of the year. So, it is game on, game ready. But first, before we can prepare for the second half, we need to look back and review at what we need to keep doing, stop doing, start doing. And what better way to do that than to make sure you're using your win by noon planner where you're tracking your metrics, because first we got to get business right. We've got to at least see what is the score on the board? How far behind are we? Where do we need to make tweaks and adjustments in our own business, and not just for us, but also for our team? So don't forget, right now, there is a lot of fear and uncertainty just from a consumer standpoint with all the headline news and the fear that's going on in the media. But guys, it's the same way with the people on your team. There's massive amount of layoffs going on and people worry. So don't forget to take time to sit with your team and just let them know where you're at, let them know where they're at. Look for ways to maximize potential where they can help the team, where they can be sending in referrals, where they can be making social media posts bragging about how great it is to work for this loan officer or for this company. So don't forget to come together in times like this. Once you get yourself right, your team and your own business, and you've made your own reflection, I want to challenge you to put in your calendar and you're going to rank your referral sources. Before you go hunt for new partners, we've got to take care of the ones right now, the top sources. And that means having a business mid-year meeting with your referral sources. And I don't mean a meeting where you go and you look at your pipeline, how many leads, how many closings. I don't mean that. I want you to be intentional. This needs to be face-to-face. I would make it a 12-week follow-up where you already have the next week's meeting set so that you're holding each other accountable. And there's 4 questions that I'm proposing that you consider asking. I want to make sure that you are positioning yourself as the most valuable asset and player on their team. And that means we have to give 10x, where it would be painful for them to replace you. So these are the 4 questions that once you set these meetings with your business partners that I want you to ask. Here's the first one. Where are you currently at? Do they even know? Okay, so kind of get a pulse check. Where are they emotionally? Are they stressed? How are they financially? Just where are they at? Don't forget, talk less, listen more. When you listen, think of that. If you spell out love, you want to listen, observe what they're saying, validate, and then expand. That's a Renee Rodriguez tip right there. So when you're actively listening, be intentional, focused, look at them. Don't be thinking of how you're going to solve their problem or sell something to them. So the first one, where are you currently at? The second one is then, where do you want to go and how can I help? And you should be taking notes. Okay. Number 3, how do you want to prepare for the coming change in lending and real estate? This is a great opportunity as you're taking notes here when you're creating your 12-week follow-up plan of how you can be intentional with the meetings going forward. And then this last one, which this one's going to be tough. This last one is, if you could change anything about our working partnership, lender, real estate agent, what would you change? And what would that do for you in your business? So you're really trying to go deep here and expose, is there any tension that maybe you're not aware of that gives them the opportunity and permission to share it with you? So once you've checked on yourself, you've checked on your team, you've checked the scoreboard, where are you at yourself? Now you're able to pour into other people. So you're going to set intentional meetings with your partners, and then it's time to go whale hunting. And I'm going to show you a strategy that's working right now. We've heard a lot of buzz about price reductions. Not sure if you remember my presentations on the Modern Mortgage and Real Estate Summit, but guys, price reductions are starting to increase. In fact, I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see the uptick that we've seen at a record pace just with price reductions. So I'm going to share my screen. Just a reminder, if you need anything from me, if you have questions, this is my email here, and this is also my Instagram handle. So if you have specific DMs or examples, or if you're doing your own TCAs, I would love if you would tag me, When you go live or when you post a TCA, just shoot me a DM to plug-and-play_SM. And when I do these videos, which I will try to do every Friday, I want to start showcasing other examples. So please make sure that you shoot me a message or tag me. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you with just the uptick of what I was talking about with the record pace of price reductions. You can see the different color lines here shows the years just to give some comparison. This year is most similar to 2018 when interest rates were starting to go up. You can see in 2018, which was this light blue line, the price reductions peaked in November at 37.2%. I was on a webinar today and they had said that they thought that this would go up, this percentage for this year would probably get up to 40%. If it got up to 50%, they would be really surprised, but we are seeing an uptick. Doesn't necessarily mean that the purchase prices have decreased a whole lot just yet from the original list price, but we are starting to see price reductions. If you're wondering if now's the time to deploy this strategy of should you do a price drop or a rate drop, the answer is yes. So I just wanted to show you this TCA from Scott Nicholson. He is part of Lender Launchpad, and he shared this with us, and he showed there was a listing agent that he saw that had just reduced the list price. It was originally listed for $600,000 and they reduced the price by $20,000. Again, because they had put it on the market and these agents are like, man, we used to have so many offers in the first 1 or 2 hours. And now it's been a couple of days and we haven't even had one offer. So this was the original list price of $600,000. The agent dropped the price. This is like you're fishing and you just got a hook on the line. As soon as you see this, what are you going to do? Are you going to drop the fishing pole and run off? Or are you going to set the hook? This is where you're going out and you're fishing, guys. You have all these bobbers, all these lines in the water, and you're just waiting and looking, and it's increasing. So what are you going to do? Are you prepared? You need to make sure that you have this in your hip pocket. So what he did is he proactively sent a Lender Launchpad link that explained, had a video that started off first introducing who he was with this TCA with a video to help explain these numbers. So he showed if you brought the price back up to 600,000 and instead did a 20,000 seller buy down, we're going to look at interest rate and we're going to look at payment. We could also look at cash to close, but for sensitivity of most borrowers right now, they see this 5 in front and they are freaking out. So let's just look at, instead of reducing the purchase price, how much more powerful is it for the buyer if you were to buy down the interest rate? This is your answer. Your payment, if you wanted to get the same monthly payment of $3,200, and if you're wondering, what would you have to drop that 600,000 purchase price down to meet this monthly payment budget? Or maybe the DTI is capped right at 3,300. How would you accomplish that? You would literally have to reduce that purchase price from 600,000 to 540,000 using the same par rate of where rates were at the time that this was made. So at the 5.875. Do you see how powerful? This is how you can really expand and cause an agent to stop and think of how could you help an agent market and secure more listing appointments just by showing how together as a team, you guys think differently. Mr. Seller, this is what we're going to do to make sure that we can make it a win-win. We have had a challenge in the market with, affordability because of interest rates increasing. We are starting to see inventory increase in some areas. This is a killer strategy that you could deploy right now to help teach agents. Instead of doing a price drop of 20,000, instead, let's offer a seller buy down. That would really help buyers save. This shows you the savings over 60 months. So you can see, obviously, this is a huge savings for the buyer. Also, this is interest paid in 15 years. So obviously there's going to be less interest paid, which all of this looks very appealing to a buyer. And then this shows just the closing cost breakdown of where the seller is paying the discount points. So the seller is the one that would be paying down the interest rate. And yes, I know if and when the recession hits and if rates drop, then it's that whole marry the home, date the rate, right? And if it's the seller buying down the interest rate, that makes me feel a little bit better than the buyer. So I wanted to show you this strategy. I wanted you to see backed by data. We are seeing at record pace and increase of price reductions. We're at 29% right now. So go fishing, guys. Let me know how it goes. Make sure you tag me in your post so we can showcase you on the next call. Y'all take care.